and welcome to another episode of Talking to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look into a camera and I talk to myself. How's it going? How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're fucking alive and well and living your best life possible. And if you're not, I apologize, and that fucking sucks. So we lost someone very cool, I thought, in the world. We lost a great, legendary, incredible rapper. We lost DMX. He died at the age of 50. This happened about a week ago. I think it happened either a day or two before I recorded the last podcast, but I forgot to talk about it last week, so I remembered that this happened, and I got annoyed, and I was like, you know what, I'll fucking talk about it this week. Because I think it's I don't know, it bothers me enough where I would like to fucking yell about it for a little bit. He died, and immediately I looked up headlines for it once I heard that he did, because there was that whole weird thing where somebody in his family or somebody close to him posted a picture on an Instagram story that was like RIP DMX, and then people saw that because once something is on the internet, it's seen. You know what I'm saying? So if you say that especially a famous person, RIP to a famous person that you're close to in an Instagram story, doesn't matter if 2 seconds later you delete it. Once it's on the internet, it's out there. So she posted that, and then I guess she was told by someone, hey, this is not how we want it to come out. We were going to do a press release, all this shit. That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming his people or the family was like, yo, bro, we don't want his death announced on your Instagram story. We want to do it our own way. Anyway, it became this whole thing on Twitter. People were posting RIP DMX. Then other people were like, hey, you don't even know if he's dead yet. That's fucked up. You know, everyone was having stupid fucking arguments like always happens on Twitter. Anyway, people close to DMX came out and said he's not dead. Then the next day, turns out DMX was dead. So probably what happened was DMX was dead, and the people around him were like, nah, we want to handle it on our own terms. We don't want it to slip out. We don't want his death to leak out on a random Instagram story. Anyway, he dies. Rest in peace to DMX, the fucking original Rough Rider, dude. I wasn't like the most massive DMX fan, but I know enough to have listened to his music and liked it and think, hey, this guy's fucking chill. He was in top 5 in a fucking amazing scene in jail where Chris Rock goes to jail and DMX is there, and it's a great, funny fucking scene. He seemed like a good guy. He did a lot of work for children and fucking for hip hop artists that were below him. He's a good dude. Anyway, he's a good dude and a legendary rapper to a lot of people. And when he died, I looked at the headlines, and the first headlines I saw were from MSNBC, I think, or NBC News, and the LA Times, and they both said gravel-voiced rapper dead at 50. That was the headline for DMX dying, was a gravel-voiced rapper dead at 50. You reduced a dude down to how his voice sounds. That's all that you see. You're saying that the only thing worth mentioning, the main thing worth mentioning about this legendary rapper who's influenced a lot of other rappers who've made great music, who's had a profound effect on a lot of culture, the main thing that you say in the headline is gravel-voiced rapper. When Kendrick dies, is the LA Times going to write extremely short rapper dies at 60? What? Rapper with a lot of strange voices dies at 50. Rapper who is often seen as saying, "My name is Kendrick" in his lyrics, dead at 72. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Gravel voiced rapper? And then I looked it up. Again, the LA Times article. And maybe I didn't read the whole headline the first time I saw it. But I think I did. I think I read the full headline, and then I looked it up just now before I started doing the podcast because I wanted to see if they changed it. Because a lot of times I've had direct experience with this. An article that gets put out about somebody, they change the headline fucking 10 times. Because they want to keep changing it to something either more appropriate or more inappropriate depending on the goal of the article. For this, I would think they want to change it to something more tasteful and respectful. I would think that they wouldn't want outrage at someone's rest in peace story. But then again, who the fuck knows? Because all the media now seems to be, hey, let's get people's assholes in a bunch, and then that's the way they click and yell about it on Twitter. Let's fucking shove our fingers up people's buttholes so they go, hey, why the fuck did you stick a finger up there? And then that way everyone will talk about the story. That's really what it is, an article. An article's objective is to shove a finger in your ass without you knowing. So you're like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Anyway, does that make sense? Not really, but it kind of does. So I looked up the LA Times article again just to make sure I wasn't misreading the quote or misreading the headline, or to see if they redid the headline. And I think they redid it, but maybe this was the original. I think they redid it. They redid it to DMX, gravel voice rapper dead at 50, who topped charts in the late 90s. Which is, to be honest with you, is even more disrespectful. It's even shittier, dude. Because you know that somebody was like, gravel voiced rapper. Are you out of your fucking mind? How dare you? How dare you disrespect a fucking OG like that? How dare you disrespect a legendary rapper like that? And they were like, all right, fine, we'll cite something in his career. Well, I guess he topped the charts in the 90s. You're reducing a man's career to him topping the charts in the 90s? Fucking what the fuck, dude? Eminem, who was mainly popular in the early 2000s, dead at 50. Eminem, who had good albums in the early years of his career, but none after, dead at fucking 75. I don't agree with that. I think, I mean, I'm personally, listen, man, maybe I'm a stan, but I still like his music. Even though people shit all over it, I don't know, it's Eminem as Eminem can get. It's as Eminem can get. I enjoy it. Music to be murdered by, what else do you want from the man? That's the kind of music I expect from Eminem, and that's what I'm here for, man. And did I just say a phrase that I fucking hate? I'm here for it? Yeah, dude, I fucking did. God damn it, why did I say that? But I am, man. That's the kind of shit I like. If I'm going for a long walk, if I'm going to exercise, I'm going to pop some Music to be Murdered by on. That's just what it is. Anyway, you get my point. LA Times, fuck you. What a bunch of fucking cunts. Just put DMX, legendary rapper, dead at 50. You don't need to do any research. You don't even need to know what his career was, because you guys clearly don't. And not to say that I'm an expert on it, but I know enough to fucking know that you should write legendary rapper instead of top the charts in the 90s. Also, his voice sounded like there was gravel in his throat. Shut the fuck up. NBC News as well. Shut the fuck up. Gravel voice rapper dead at 50. Legendary rapper, legendary Rough Rider passes on to the afterlife. That's the headline, bro. Rest in peace to DMX, a legendary rapper and ultimate Rough Rider. You will be missed. Make that the headline. Is that too opinionated to say rest in peace to him, whatever. Then just say DMX, legendary rapper, dead at 50. Jesus. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. It's just fucking crazy, man. It's just nuts. I don't know. It's just like, what? Is it because he's a rapper? I don't know. Aren't we in 2021? I don't know. I just don't understand. I don't understand why that happened to him. I don't understand why that's how he's represented in the LA Times. I don't know. Maybe the LA Times is just a shit fucking magazine. That could be it. Could be that I'm just getting mad at something that's already shitty. Maybe it's comparable to TMZ, so what the fuck is even the point about getting mad at it? You know what I'm saying? If it's at the level of TMZ, you kind of just got to shrug your shoulders and go, oh, okay, never mind, it's garbage. I can't really get mad at it. You can't get mad at something that's expected. Dude, speaking of fucking trashy media, if you guys haven't seen this, go on YouTube and search James Gandolfini dead, TMZ. They fucking did a like whole montage of James Gandolfini like being mean to the paparazzi and being like, oh, we'll miss you, buddy. Doing that TMZ guy with his awful fucking voice. Okay. Turns out James Gandolfini is fucking dead. Oh no. He was a wonderful, beautiful man, but also he got a little rough. And then they showed like montages of him like yelling at the paparazzi because they were getting in his face. It's weird, man. It's strange people's reactions to paparazzi videos. Because for me, it takes a lot for me not to be on the side of the actor. Because I understand that they're famous, and I understand that like a lot of people perceive it as like, well, you accepted that life. You fucking accepted that life. Sure, you did, but a lot of these paparazzi people are yelling shit at you. They're blocking you into a fucking corner. Like, they're not letting you leave the area you're in. They're just, like, flashing tons and tons of pictures at you. They're screaming things like, hey, you're Spider-Man, huh? Hey, oh, it's Spider-Man. Hey, look at Spider-Man. Oh, what, you can't fucking take a picture for us, Spider-Man? What, you too Hollywood for us, Spider-Man? And they bother you when you're with your wife or your kids. Like, they're vicious, vulturous cunts, dude. They fucking suck. They're vultures. The paparazzi is no good. I don't understand people defending paparazzi. People will say also like, oh, they're just trying to make a buck. Sure, dude, but it's a shitty way to make a buck. Also, don't be that aggressive. You can be a paparazzi and not fucking viciously corner somebody. I don't know. Anyway, and then people say like, well, that you got to be competitive. You're not going to make any money unless you're cornering an actor into a fucking alleyway. Hey, dude, maybe you should set new ground rules across the board. Paparazzis, don't be assholes. Take the picture when you want to take the picture. I don't know. It's also exacerbated by the actor. That's the thing too, is that the dance of the paparazzi is they're trying to get you pissed off because they want a reaction out of you. Because if they get you on tape flipping out, that's a fucking headline. That's a news story. So you have to stay as calm as humanly possible so that they can't get much from you except for a picture of you smiling. You know? So it's hard. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I would do in those scenarios. I think I would stay calm, but on certain days they catch you in a fucking bad day. You just broke up with your girlfriend, or you just got dumped. I don't know. You didn't get you fucking lost a bunch of money. I don't know. Your mom died. I don't know. Paparazzi catches you when your mom dies. I might also be walking up to them and going, "Hey, get your camera out of my face before I fucking break your face." Listen, I don't know. There's a video of Gandolfini being annoyed by this paparazzi, and all you see in the video is a guy with a camera on him. James Gandolfini notices him and walks up to him and goes, "Hey, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck away from me. Okay? Get the fuck away from me. I'll smash your fucking face." It goes full Tony Soprano. And I understand people watching that going, damn, dude, calm down. But at the same time, one of the YouTube comments said, explain the whole story. How does this YouTube comment know the whole story? I don't know, but I'm entitled to believe him because it makes me like James Gandolfini more. And I'm inclined to believe the thing that makes me like James Gandolfini more. I just am. But he said, oh, the full story is James Gandolfini told this guy, hey, stop fucking following us. He politely was like, hey, man, could you stop filming me and my family? And the guy was like, yeah, sure. And the guy kept filming and kept filming and kept filming. And then eventually it led to this moment where Gandolfini had to turn into Tony Soprano and go, listen, cocksucker, I'm going to break your fucking face. But anyway, TMZ had a whole video montage of like, oh, you know, he was rough sometimes. And then they went into like the conference room, that stupid fucking thing. Never Stop, Never Stopping. Pop Star Never Stop, Never Stopping parodies this TMZ amazingly. But it's that thing where the guy is like drinking his coffee in a weird sippy cup and he's like leaning over the cubicle and he's talking to all the other people who work in their cubicles who are all like facing each other for whatever fucking reason. It's like a powwow meeting that they film. And they're all like, oh, yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, Gandolfini was a great guy. We love Gandolfini. Yeah, very nice guy. And they were cutting that between him being mean to paparazzi with funny music. And he just died. He had just died. They posted this on his death day. I don't know if it was a specific day he died, but they posted it very close to his death. This was their in memoriam to him. Their in memoriam was basically like, hey, Gandolfini, fuck you. And it's still up. You could still see it on YouTube, which means that they seriously don't give a fuck. They didn't even delete it. In the world of 2021 where you could get canceled for fucking any indiscretion, they still are like, hey, fuck it. Fuck James Gandolfini and his stupid, dumb, dead face. God damn, TMZ is savage and terrible. But anyway, rest in peace to James Gandolfini. Rest in peace to DMX. I don't say that. I say fucking two legendary people. One of the greatest actors of all time. I fucking miss him a lot. I've been watching Sopranos. Just finished it. He fucking is one of the greatest actors of all time, and TMZ did him dirty as shit, and fuck them for it, dude. I don't know, but again, I'm getting mad at something for being what it is. And there's really no point to doing that. There's no point to getting mad at something for being what it is. You know? If you lend money to a person who never pays you back, it's almost your fault for lending the guy money. You knew he wouldn't pay you back. Watching an in memoriam from TMZ and expecting it to have some layer of respect, I'm the asshole for thinking that. I'm the asshole for expecting that TMZ was going to actually be respectful to Gandolfini. They did what they always do. They acted like a bunch of fucking pieces of shit. As expected. Anyway, rest in peace to those two, Gandolfini and DMX. Both legends in their own right. Speaking of Sopranos, so I forgot to talk about this. My parents went to church on Easter, and there's some story. I think when Jesus gets resurrected in the Bible, that story like abruptly ends, something like that. Somehow the story in the Bible about the resurrection or him coming back, or maybe him coming back and then talking to Joseph or Ahab or Israel or Bada Bing or Buddha Ba or Tony the stonemason guinea fuckface. Whoever Jesus comes back and talks to, there's like a cut to black, or a what's it called, a literary version of a cut to black. The story abruptly ends, which I don't know if that's even possible. But the pastor was talking about in his sermon how that there's like a literary cut to black. I don't know if he phrased it that way, but that's what he was apparently saying. So my mom and dad go, oh my God, pastor in his sermon about the resurrection and Easter and everything, he spoiled the ending of The Sopranos. because they haven't watched it yet, because my dad refuses to watch it. I've talked about this on the podcast before. He doesn't refuse to. Every time he tries to watch it, he gets to episode 2 and then he just goes, it's too real. It's too close to home. Which I guess credit to David Chase, because my dad is a fucking guinea from Italy. So if he thinks it's too close to home, how Italian the show is, it must be pretty fucking Italian. It must be pretty authentic. If my dad is, going, oh, I see so much of myself in Tony Soprano, I don't want to confront that. If that's how he feels, you're killing the game, David Chase. Anyway, they were like, oh, he spoiled the ending of The Sopranos, so now we can't even watch it. They were using it as a stupid, my dad does that. If there's something that people are telling him to watch or telling him to do, he's like, nah, I can't because it is. My dad was probably so excited to hear, oh, this is the end of The Sopranos, because then he was like, oh, now no, Jay can't tell me to watch it anymore, so I don't have to fucking watch it, bro. What? I don't gotta watch that. The pastor fucking spoiled it already. What, I'm gonna watch 6 seasons? After the pastor already told me what happens to Tony? Anyway, so I go, oh, what did he say? He said the ending of The Sopranos? Why did he say that? And my mom was like, oh, he's trying to tie it into like Easter and the resurrection story. And I go, well, what did he say? He goes, he told us how like at the end of The Sopranos, he said, oh, who could forget? The pastor said, oh, who could forget the end of Sopranos? Or what a great ending to one of the greatest shows of all time. Tony's at his house and the FBI is surrounding him and he's armed to the teeth. And then we don't know what's going to happen. And then it cuts to black. And I looked at my mom and I go, that's not the ending. Mom, that isn't the end of the show. I don't know what the fuck the pastor is smoking, but that is not the end of the show. So my family is like, wait, hold on a sec. Okay, we're still rolling. Sorry. My fucking screensaver went out on my computer. I just wanted to make sure that the audio didn't stop. Anyway, it didn't. So let's keep fucking going. So not only did the pastor, because my parents were already like annoyed because he brought up The Sopranos, because my dad for some reason like the pastor shouldn't be watching The Sopranos. Why not, dude? He should be, what is he? He should be holy. He should be better than us. My dad has that perception that the priest and the pastor, whoever fucking talks about God and follows God, should be better than you, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Also, if you're a pastor, if you're a priest, and you're confronting sin, or you're supposed to know sin, then you should be watching shit like that. Also, my dad is like, he shouldn't be watching The Sopranos because that's all sin and temptation. I was like, temptation? The show is about how these people are bad people. If you're watching The Sopranos and going, oh, I would love to be Tony, you're missing the fucking point. You've lost the plot, dude. The pastor's not watching it going, oh, I wish I was Tony Soprano and not this weird fucking pastor who can't even remember the ending of the show. No, he's going, wow, these guys are pieces of shit, and it's interesting to try and understand the psychology of it, and also to try and understand why are we so attracted to these people who are clearly horrible. Why is that bad for a pastor to know? A pastor should know that. If he's going to talk about good and evil, he should be aware of fucking evil. Or the moral gray area between good and evil. Or if you want to be a fucking primo pastor, you'll understand there is no good and evil, and there's just the gray. And we try and be at one side of the spectrum or the other. We try and be towards the good, the greater side of the gray. Whatever, dude. Don't get mad at your pastor for having a sophisticated fucking palate, dude. What, Dad? Anyway, you shouldn't be mad that he watched The Sopranos. You should be like, oh, that's cool, he watched The Sopranos. You should be mad that he fucking told the wrong ending to a congregation of people. That's fucking wild. He also filmed the thing, so now it's forever on YouTube, him saying the wrong ending of The Sopranos. Also, if you're going to spoil the ending of something, say the correct thing. Also, did no one in the congregation see The Sopranos? My mom was like, oh, good thing you weren't there. You would have been annoyed at him. I was like, good thing I wasn't there. I wish I fucking went. I might go to church now on Easter just to see if some bullshit like this happens. Someone needs to tell him. He clearly doesn't know. If I said the wrong ending to The Sopranos to fucking 30 people, I would want someone to be like, hey, man, you said the wrong thing. And then I'd go, really? And then I would delete the fucking footage of me ever saying that. Also, not only is that not the ending of the show, but it doesn't fit the metaphor. What is he saying? He's just comparing a cut to black in Sopranos versus a cut to black in the Bible, a literary cut to black. Like, what? What is the comparison besides that they both have a cliffhanger? You could have picked anything, dude. You could have picked any movie with a cliffhanger. Why'd you choose that? You could have picked fucking Lord of the Rings. They look at the mountain and they're like, oh, there's Mount Mordor. We have not Mount Mordor. What's it? Mount Doom? Oh, look at Mount Doom. That's Mordor in the distance. We have to go to Mount Doom. Oh, it's going to be a long walk. And they start walking and then it's over. Fade to black. Oh, because it's a fade, not a cut? Whatever, man. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking truly bizarre and wild that he would make the comparison. I mean, listen, I don't agree with my dad about like he shouldn't be watching The Sopranos, but it is wild for a pastor to bring up The Sopranos. But not only is it wild for him to bring it up, but then bring it up incorrectly, bring up the wrong ending, and then also on top of that, bring it up in an analogy where it barely makes sense. What the fuck are you doing, man? Anyway, the timer just went off. I'll see you guys in a sec for the next part. What's up? I'm back. So yeah, man. Yeah. How the fuck did you get that ending wrong for The Sopranos? I mean, it's weird too because he got it wrong, but he didn't. Like the cut to spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for The Sopranos. The cut to black is right. It does cut to black at the end of the show. And it is a bit of a cliffhanger, and people are like, wait, well, what happened? But it's not, the FBI is not surrounding his home, and he's not even at his home, or armed to the teeth. None of what you're saying is right, and it's not even the episode before it. And my mom was like, oh, it must be the end of a different season. No, it's not the end of any of the seasons. It's not the episode before the fucking final episode. It's no episode that I know of at all in the show. And I just watched the whole thing. I just watched the whole fucking thing again. And there's not a single episode where that shit happens. Oh, shit. Not a single fucking episode. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Very strange. But then again, I said to my mom, I was like, well, did he really say that? Because you also can't be trusted. My mom the other night, I was coming back from the city and I was in the car with her or something. I don't know. We were getting food, something like that. Anyway, she we were talking about movies, and she said Pixar movies, and she was saying how she goes, you know what's a really good one? In-N-Out. In-N-Out is a really good Pixar movie. It's so good. That one was, but it's more, it's more geared towards girls, but it's really good. And I was like, is that a movie about cheeseburgers? What are you talking about? She was like, In-N-Out. That's it. In-N-Out. I go, do you mean Inside Out? And she goes, oh, ha, ha, ha. Inside Out. That's what I meant. So my mom can't be trusted. My mom can't be trusted. She called Inside Out In-N-Out. I can't trust that the pastor actually said any of that stuff. I mean, I can verify it by watching the video. I probably won't though. I'm just gonna even though my mom could be wrong entirely, I'm gonna go on her word that he fucked up the ending of The Sopranos in the middle of church on Easter. Because that's funny. That's funny. And I'd rather believe the funny thing. Also, my dad backed it up. I was like, Dad, you gotta come through with this. You gotta also tell me what's going on. Because you know Mom. She's becoming my grandma, unfortunately. That must be scary for her. Damn, dude. It's scary for me seeing my mom become my grandma. My grandma has no idea what person is what person. She mixes up Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson constantly. Which, why? I guess the MJ, they're both MJ, but still, come on, dude. Wildly different people. Again, though, she's like 90 years old, so I get it. My mom, In and Out, Inside Out, it's close. They're both established things in the world. Although my mom doesn't know what the fuck In and Out is, so I really don't know how that came into her mind. Maybe my dad was watching the stock market and they were talking about In and Out stock. No idea. I have no idea how the California fucking fast food chain got into my mom's brain. She's never been to California. I've never told her about In and Out. Maybe I have. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck those two things got mixed up in her brain. But they did. And that's enough for me to doubt everything else she says for her entire life. I also got Taco Bell. My mom is crazy. I don't know what's going on. I also got Taco Bell with her, right? And they didn't have nacho fries. So I got in the car. I was like, oh, yeah, they didn't have nacho fries. And my mom was like, oh, you didn't get nacho fries? And I just was silent. She goes, oh, what did you get instead of nacho fries? You didn't want to get them? And I just was silent and closed my eyes. And she goes, oh, they ran out of nacho fries? Oh, okay. Or no, she doesn't say they ran out of nacho fries. She said, oh, they didn't have nacho fries? That's what you said? I go, yeah. And she goes, oh, okay, I didn't hear you. I go, yeah, but you did hear me because you just said exactly what I said after you said something else. And she goes, yeah, yeah, I guess I heard what you said, but I thought you said this. So my mom hears what you say. She just transforms it into something else. Did I tell you guys this? On Easter, I overheard my dad talking about my Uncle Gino and my Uncle Enzo. And then I asked my mom, hey, what was he talking to Uncle Gino about? And she goes, oh, Uncle Enzo? He was talking to Uncle Enzo about this, that, and the other thing. And I go, that's not what I asked. And she's like, well, that's who he was talking to. He was talking to Enzo. I was like, yeah, but I asked about Uncle Gino. And she was like, well, he was talking to him about, I thought you meant Uncle Enzo. And I was like, why would I mean not who I said? Oh, I thought you meant the other uncle that you didn't say at all, not the uncle that you asked about who he also definitely talked to. Oh, man. I guess this is just part of life. You get older, your parents get older, and you get fucking angry and frustrated. Every time you speak to them, you're like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, but the pastor fucked it up. He fucked it up. What are you going to do, man? He fucked it all up. I was working recently, and when you work on sets now, there's like a COVID safety instructor. But then like also the producer is like telling you about COVID safety and shit. Like he's informing you of all that garbage. And the job I was on, this guy was telling us about COVID safety, right? He was like, yeah, make sure you guys stay 6 feet apart. When we got an Uber, he was like really thinking about it. And he was, I was like, oh, should we ride together in one of the other people's cars or should we get an Uber? And he like stood there and thought about it for a while. He's like, well, get in in his car and have the windows rolled down the whole time. That's COVID safe. That's safer than you guys going in an Uber with an extra guy, blah, blah, blah. He's like, masks on, windows down. And we're like, okay. But he's also telling this to us with his mask down as he smokes his cigarette. This dude was smoking cigarettes all day and had no mask on while he did it. There's a weird loophole of like, if you're smoking a cigarette, you don't need your mask on. But if you're just constantly smoking cigarettes, aren't you fucking not only not wearing a mask, but then blowing smoke into people's faces? Right? Aren't you fucking making your lungs worse for the disease to murder you? And also contaminating us a little bit with secondhand smoke, but also are like not having your mask on and just breathing smoke into our faces? What? And also it's doubly strange because he's the guy on set to tell us like, hey, this is what you do. Make sure you wear your mask. Stop. Don't be unsafe. I'm here to make sure no one gets COVID, while he has his mask down and going, yeah, be in the car with the windows blown down, with the windows way down, and keep your mask on. That way you're COVID safe. And I'm like this, waving smoke away. Okay, yeah, I'll make sure I'm COVID safe, dude. Can you fucking stop smoking and make yourself COVID safe? The fuck you doing, man? It's just a weird move. I didn't understand it. It was very strange to me. I don't know. All this mask stuff, all of it's getting very interesting. I have a theory on this whole thing. I think this is what I think is going to happen. Where two things are converging. The fact that everyone's getting a vaccine, or enough people are getting a vaccine where, you know, what happens with the vaccine is enough people get it where, you're supposed to have herd immunity or whatever the fuck. But also you get to the point where it's available to everyone. So at that point, if the vaccine is available to everyone, those who don't want to get it, it's on them if they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? At least that's my perception of it. I think that's how it works. Is that a large reason why right now there's still masks and there's still social distancing and there's still like, hey, let's prevent this fucking thing. As aggressive as it is, I think part of that is the vaccine isn't readily available to everyone, so we should make sure to not kill each other. But once the vaccine is readily available to everyone, I think the idea is like, well, if you want to die now, you can die. Right? I could be wrong. I'm not a smart person. But that's what I have always understood it to be. That once the vaccine is for everybody, people could take their masks off and then it's on you at that point. That's what I think is the thing, but I could be wrong. Anyway, my theory is because fucking Joe Biden, old man president-in-chief, old man dead guy, old confused dead president-in-chief, POTUS number 79, what's he, the 46th president? Big old confused POTUS. I think because he keeps pushing the marker forward. He keeps bringing the goalpost forward, where he's like, oh, not pushing it forward. He's bringing it backward is the correct way to say it. But I don't know how to fucking speak the English language because I'm dumb as fuck. And I shouldn't be on this podcast. We're doing this podcast. On this podcast is my fucking podcast. I shouldn't be fucking talking for an hour every week because I have a bad command over words in general. Anyway, so he's pulling the goalpost back more and more, where he's like, oh, now it was supposed to be June or July. It's supposed to be July that everyone can get a vaccine. Then it was June. Then it was May. Now it's mid-April. Now it might be in effect. It might be in effect right now. Everyone can get a vaccine. I do not know. I'm fucking dumb. I'm not paying attention to the things I probably should be. But I think he's trying to get enough people vaccinated. He's trying to get enough herd immunity so that on 4th of July, he can fucking get on a podium. He could stand at a podium and address the American people and go, hey, what better way to celebrate our independence, our American holiday, than to finally take our masks off and celebrate together. And then he drops the fucking mic. I'm telling you that's what's going to happen. The more I say it, the more I'm like, this is going to happen. There's no way it's not. Now, is there a way it's not? For sure. It probably won't happen. But at the same time, it's definitely going to happen. It probably won't happen. We're probably going to have to wear a mask for fucking 19 more years. But at the same time, he's definitely going to tell us on the 4th of July, no more masks for America. Is that a good Joe Biden impression? Absolutely not, but it's the only one I got. No more masks for America. And then he's going to pull a Fig Newton out of his pocket, and he's going to be like, no more masks. Everyone enjoy. I'm enjoying my Fig Newton. You enjoy your hot dogs or whatever other things you eat. I'm gonna munch on this Fig Newton and find some lovely children in the White House to sniff their hair. I'm going to sniff the hair of nice 12-year-old girls in the White House while I munch on this Fig Newton with no mask on. You enjoy your hot dogs and sniffing the hair of age ladies. That's not what I prefer. I like Fig Newtons. Is that still cool? Can we still bring up jokes like that or no? And there's been a weird thing with Joe Biden where, like, you know, you're allowed to rag on him when he wasn't president, but now that he's president, people are like, well, he's the president. What is that? What is that fucking thing that people do? You can rag on somebody till they're the president, and it's like, well, he's the president. He sniffed kids' hair. I'm gonna make a joke about it. I don't get that. I don't get that whole. You can vote for somebody who you don't totally agree with. You can do that. You can vote, you know. And if you didn't vote for somebody, you're allowed to make fun of who you want to make fun of. You're allowed to. Especially if you're making fun of something they did. Okay? Biden is silly and old and doesn't know what's happening. And he also sniffed kids' hairs and whispered in their ears and was weird as fuck. He's a weird, creepy old man. He is. What are you going to do? I'm going to make fun of it. And he also eats Fig Newtons. He also, the fucking trailer for his podcast, which I don't know if he's still doing it. Why the fuck does the president have a podcast? I mean, I guess he's got more of a right to one than me. But, I don't know. Fucking sign some bills, dude. Don't chat about Fig Newtons in a microphone. Stop. When he was running for a campaign, it was like Morning Joe was the name of the podcast or something like that. Was that the name of the? I don't fucking know. Or is Morning Joe a talk show on MSNBC? I don't fucking know, dude. It was called Morning Old Fucking Joe. That's what it was called. It was called Old Man Confused Fucking Joe Biden Show. That's a podcast on Spotify and iTunes. Anyway, the trailer for it was like, I love Fig Newtons. I always have Fig Newtons with me. I always have a Fig Newton. Yeah, it's the treat I love most. Because I think the co-host, which is the real host, you know, they're trying to do a thing where like, this is the co-host, and Joe Biden is the main host. No, he's not, dude. He doesn't know what's going on. He needs a handler on the podcast with him to let him know what the fuck to say and when he's not making any sense. And even with her there, she still can't control it. She asked what his favorite food was, or she asked something about food, school lunches maybe. I don't know. And then he was like, ooh, I love Fig Newtons. You know what I think about getting school lunches for everyone? Fig Newtons are so delicious and nutritious, and, you know, I don't even have them in the packet. I just put a loose one in my pocket, and if I get a little hungry and my blood sugar goes too low, I just munch on that, and I'm revitalized. I don't even know if this really happened. This could have been just a fucking fever dream I had. Can someone? I wish this podcast was bigger so I could confirm with people who listen to it. I wish this podcast was big enough so I could be like, can you comment down below if I'm fucking out of my mind or if Morning Joe is a real, or maybe not Morning Joe, whatever. Wake Up with Joe Biden was there a Joe Biden podcast where a trailer was Fig Newtons? I need to fucking know, or maybe I'll find it and put it on my Instagram or some shit. It could be just a fever dream I had. I could have dreamt all of this, and now I'm just saying it into a microphone like it's true. Gravel-voiced old man Joe Biden eats Fig Newtons at the podium while he tells the nation, you no longer need to wear a mask. That'll be fun. It'll also be fun if he says you don't need to wear a mask, because there'll be a fucking war over that too, right? Just that's what happens for anything now. Anything. Even if the president was like, no one has to wear a mask now, there are going to be people who are like, all right, I don't have to wear a mask now. And then there's going to be other people who are like, you still have to fucking wear it. Biden doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And then there's going to be people who are like, I don't know. I don't want to fight about this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Actually, 10 reasons why Biden's actually a dumb fuck for saying that. And there'll be other articles that are like, actually, this is why he's 100% right and the best president ever for fucking saying that. Damn, we live in a truly stupid fucking world, huh? We live in a just dumb fucking times. Anyway, NFTs are over. NFTs are done. I don't want to hear any more jokes about them. It's done. I've heard fucking I've heard people my mom's age be like, NFTs, am I right? And I was like, yeah, no, you're not right. We're done with that. I'm done. We're done with it. I'm done. It wasn't funny in the first place. It was barely funny. It was funny as a thing that existed, like, oh, an NFT, a non-fungible token, or whatever the fuck it is. A thing that people sell that is on the internet, but you have the rights to it, but everyone can see it still. That's stupid. Why would anyone buy that? People bought it as a meme. I don't know why people were buying those. Just something to do with your excess wealth? Just something to do to throw your fucking, your way too much money that you have in someone's face? That's probably why you do it. Why else would you do it? What else are you supposed to do with money except waste it on things that'll make people angry who don't have money? That's the whole point, right? So people buy Lamborghinis to be like, yeah, I can afford that. And you're like, all right, fuck face. Cool, bro. Yeah, anyway, but now everyone makes it, oh, let's make an NFT out of it. Yo, we'll make an NFT out of it. That's the joke. Yo, I'll make an NFT out of it. I've just heard enough people say the joke like, yo, an NFT, like just say the phrase NFT and then I got a chuckle where I'm like, yeah, let's stop. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop. I don't even think you know what you're laughing at. I think your friend just said an alliteration. Not an alliteration. Is that an alliteration? I'm fucking stupid. An abbreviation, right? What is it when it's just the letters? I'm dumb, dude. Like I said, I'm dumb. You just heard your friend say an abbreviation. I think that's correct. You just heard your friend say 3 letters and you're like, NFT. It's not funny. I don't get it. Oh my God. I don't know. It's just a dead meme, man. I just don't want to hear it anymore. But I'll still hear it. I'll hear it for fucking 5 more months probably, right? I'll hear for 2 more months where people are still like, yeah, NFT, ha ha ha. Then the 3rd month will be like, people are still saying it. People are like, I don't know, man. Then the 4th and 5th month will be like, hey, shut the fuck up, dude. What are you doing? We've already moved on to 10 other memes. Shut up. Anyway, it's a dead meme. I forgot who specifically said it, but I was walking down the street and somebody said it where I was just like, no, I'm good. I think it was like a mom, somebody's mom. If somebody's mom makes a joke about a current meme, it's over, dude. That's how you know a meme is dead. Someone's mother makes a joke about it, and then everyone goes, ah, fuck. All right, guys, we're going to have to, that's enough with the NFT thing. Yeah. Joey's mom just made an NFT joke. No, did not make any sense. No. Didn't make any sense at all. She just said NFT, am I right? And laughed hysterically. So we gotta wrap it up. We gotta close it down, dude. Delete all those fucking memes. It's over. If you're working on some memes of it right now, get rid of them. Don't mention it anymore. Don't say it ever again. Joey's mom fucked it up. And they put a picture of Joey's mom on the wall next to all the other moms who killed memes. I'm telling you, 100% there's a fucking hit list of mothers who destroyed memes. That's how memes die. Someone's mom says it, and then their kids get upset, and then a meme is dead. That's how it goes. So this dude told me about underwear. There was this, I was around, I won't say how, but I was near and communicating with this person who was fucking weird as shit, and I didn't like him. He was strange and made me uncomfortable, but he's fine, whatever. Anyway, it was kind of annoying. But he mentioned underwear that, and I don't know if it exists, he mentioned it. So he was a little strange, so he could have been making it up. He reminded me of this kid in high school who would make shit up all the time. So this could be a thing he made up. This kid in high school who told me one time, did you know that the first video game system was a sex telephone? And I'm just like, no, it wasn't. What? You meet these kids, they're bullshitters. They're just like, they just make shit up. And then it's such a bizarre lie that no one fights them on it. You just go, oh, I get, okay. Sex video? I don't know. Sure. Anyway, so this guy's talked about straw, like underwear that you fart into and it changes the scent of your fart to like strawberries or raspberries or whatever the fuck. And he was talking about that underwear, and people were like, oh wow, that's interesting. That's cool. And I immediately was like, that's dishonest. Fuck you, dude. That's dishonest. If I was with somebody and they farted and I smelt strawberries, I'd be like, we're done, dude. I gotta go, and I don't want to see you again. I would open my phone up and delete their phone number as I left their apartment. You're a liar, dude. You're a liar. I want people to just fart like human beings. Okay? Don't mask the scent of your fart. I would be like, what the fuck, dude? You're a liar. Where'd you buy those underwear, though? Where'd you get them? Where'd you get those underwear? Because I think you're fucking a deceitful person for wearing them, but where'd you get them? I might want a pair. I'm just in case. I have a wedding this weekend. You know, that's a place where you should be dishonest. Where'd you get them? Strawberries smell good, dude. Do they have a fucking grape version of those underwear? Let me get them. No, I think it's weird and dishonest. I think if a person is that uncomfortable with their body that they need to buy underwear to mask the smell of their fart, I think that they should be spending their money on something more worthwhile, like a fucking therapist. That's what I think. I think if your money is going into underwear that mask the scent of your fart because you're that ashamed of your body, you need to go talk to somebody. That's what I think. I think pronto you got to find your own Dr. Melfi, aka Sopranos, baby. And you need to chat with them and figure out why you need your farts to smell like fruits. Because that's not normal. It's not normal to fart and smell it and go, "Oh my god, this is so awful. I needed to smell like a grapefruit." That's not normal. That's weird. So if that is you, if you are wearing that underwear, if you feel the need to get the underwear after I just mentioned it now, if you were like, holy shit, green light just went off in my head, I need to get that underwear because I hate my farts so fucking much. If that's how you feel, go talk to somebody. But if you're just like, hey, that sounds interesting, I would like to try that, that's fine, go buy it. Or if you are ashamed of your body and that'll be a thing that makes you less ashamed, I don't know. Go talk to somebody and also buy the underwear. Do what you want to do. It's up to you. But yeah, I think it's dishonest and I don't like it. That's it for the podcast. There's 20 seconds left in the timer, and I think I'm going to call it. A bit of a short episode this week, but It's still long, dude. It's almost, what are we at, 58 minutes, 57 minutes? Dude, I can't believe anybody listens to this for an hour. If a single person listens to this for an hour, I can't even comprehend it. Even if one person listens to this for an hour, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't make any sense. I apologize for the fucking garbage. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you did listen to the full thing, thank you for listening. If you're at this point right now, holy shit, you're fucking awesome. I love you. Thank you for listening. This was fun as always. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake, you don't make any sense. Jake, you're a piece of shit. A piece of shit.